Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a little comparison versus video on the 2024 CX-5, and that's in that deep crystal blue color. Really nice. This is the select trim level. And then we have the 2024 Mazda CX-50. This is in the ingot blue color, and this is also the select trim level. So two of the lower base model trims here on the CX-5 and CX-50. Which one stands out? Which one would you buy? Let's get this video started right now. All right, so first, we're going to start with the exterior design. So, on the outside of the Mazda CX-5, you're going to see this is more of the luxury, upscale look. You have the chrome on the front here, standard on every Mazda here on the CX-5 and on the CX-50, LED headlights here. You do have the Mazda design right here in the front, and you got some chrome here, so it looks more luxurious. It looks more premium than the CX-50 that you see on the other side, but we'll get to that one over there. You also see that every CX-5 for 2024 is going to have body-colored fender flares here, whereas on the CX-50, you have some black plastic, which again, we'll show in a second. Coming over to the wheels, you do have these gloss finish here on the silver on these CX-5s. And then looking to the back, you do have turn signals here on the mirror cap right here. The mirror cap there is also body colored. And then again, some more chrome that runs to the back of the CX-5. Again, a little bit different design here on the back, but overall, the CX-5 exterior looks just a lot more luxurious. You do have twin tailpipes out the back here. Again, something you do have there on the CX-50. But overall, if you're looking for a really nice luxurious look, CX-5 does that well. Now, going over to the CX-50, you're going to see a more aggressive off-road look here in the CX-50. Again, you're going to have that black plastic that runs all the way down the side of the vehicle. You're also going to have these really nice black wheels here versus the silver on the CX-5. And then the grille, instead of it being chrome, is kind of blacked out. So overall, just a really more aggressive off-road style that the CX-50 brings. The kind of styling is controversial. Some folks really like the look of the CX-5 and some really like the look of the CX-50. It's really up to your preference. On the mirrors, again, you have turn signals here, but these are actually black instead of body color. Again, fender flares all the way back, or the actual body cladding is all the way, runs all the way to the back there in the black. And then coming around the rear here, different design tail lights, but still, again, very Mazda. And then dual tailpipes out the back here as well. And overall, the two difference in colors here, you get the ingot blue on the CX-50, where you get the deep crystal blue on the CX-5. A little bit difference here. The CX-50 is also built right here in America, and then the CX-5 is built over in Japan. Some people like that the CX-50 is built here in America. Some people like that the CX-5 is built in Japan. Just depends on, again, your preference here. Overall size, the CX-50 and the CX-5, if you compare them side by side, they're super close. The CX-50 is a little bit wider, and you can kind of tell that from the front end view here that you'll see right now. So you can see the 50 is just a little bit wider, and again, just has an overall more aggressive stance than the CX-5. Let's jump on the inside and look at the cargo areas in the back of both of these. All right, so let's look at the cargo space. Let's start over here on the bigger cargo space, actually. So the CX-50, if you're looking for the maximum cargo space that you can get from Mazda in these two vehicles, CX-50 wins here, 31.4 cubic feet here in the back. And it's kind of noticeable because of how much more wide the CX-50 is. It gives you more space here, whereas the CX-5 gives you kind of a little more space higher there, and you'll see that kind of difference there. Sorry about the wind today, guys. It's just kind of a windy day here in Maryland. But CX-50, 31.4 cubic feet, sorry guys. And then overall, the width, we keep talking about it, but I want to bring it up. So 72.6 inches on the width there on the CX-5, 75.6 inches on the CX-50, so 3 inches wider. Now, coming over to the cargo space and the CX-5, 29.1 cubic feet here in the back. It's not a terrible number. It's really kind of in that class of compact SUVs. And it's, again, really not a bad number, but you can see how much more wide that CX-50 is and how it gives you a little bit more cargo space in the interior of the car. Now, underneath this little felt lining. You got a spare tire right there in the CX-5, and then they have a little grab handle there. And then in the CX-50, you don't have a grab handle. Instead, you have this little flip up here, which again gives you a spare tire on the bottom there. Standard in both of these select trim levels. Let's go up to the middle seats now. All right, let's go to the rear of the car. Again, I apologize about this wind, trying to block the wind a little bit here. But real quick, before we open the rear door, I wanted to talk about the window sticker here. So MSRP on this specific CX-50 select trim level is $32,050. Fuel economy, 24 city, 27 highway, 30 30 on the highway, 27 combined, guys, on that one. So the CX-50 does start about $1,000 more than the CX-5. Now, if you option them up with accessories and everything, the MSRPs can get skewed, but overall starting price, CX-50 is about $1,000 more expensive. Again, you get 3 inches more width and a kind of more of aggressive style. Now, coming to the rear of this car, again, this is the select trim level, so the base trim level here on the 50s. So softly padded armrest, you have a power window here, power locks, and then a nice silver chromed finish on the door handle. Got cup holders down there and storage area in the bottom. And then coming over to the seats, you have these half leatherette finish and then kind of a really nice mesh cloth finish there. Really nice, really durable finish there on the CX-50 here in the select trim level. You can get full leather in the CX-50 as you go up the trim levels, but overall on the base or trim, really nice. Now, coming to the middle here, you do have 2 air vents, and then you have 2 USB ports down here on the bottom. And overall, you know, I'm 5'9", and you still have a decent chunk of space here. Little mark here from, I guess, PDI, but, you know, you do have a little bit of space here in the back for your passengers. Nice view out the back. And again, just overall, really nice. You also do have a nice wide cup holder here in the back of the CX-50 that you can push down, and it kind of really feels nice and sturdy. You can rest your arm on it. But overall, the biggest difference that you're going to see back here is, again, that width. You have more space and more leg room side to side in the back of the CX-50. Let's go over to the CX-5 now. All right, starting in the rear of the CX-5, let's do the same thing on fuel economy, which you're going to be a little bit surprised, guys. 23 city, 25 combined, 29 highway. So that CX-50 over there does get better fuel economy. Both are powered by the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder Skyactiv engine. Very nice engine overall. We'll talk about that in a little while. MSRP on this one, $31,090. Again, $1,000 cheaper on average, the CX-5 to the CX-50. Now, here's the thing. On the inside, the CX-50, you do get a little bit more features at this price point. Again, softly padded armrest, nice stitching up here on the top, silver chrome finish there on the door handle, a little gloss black here with the power window, a little storage area there. You actually do get a little more storage over in that CX-50 in the back here. But on the actual seats, you have these really nice leatherette finished seats here that are all leatherette, really soft, really comfortable. You also do have that armrest right in the middle, folds down. You do actually have a little bit of storage area here with your 2 USB ports in here, a little felt line, and a little place where you can place your phone. Fold that down, push that up, really nice. And then you have 2 air vents back here. Now, again, you can kind of tell from looking at the CX-50 and the CX-5, you can see the difference in the length there, but you also do have a little bit less leg room back here in the CX-5. Now, this seat is pushed back pretty far. You could adjust these seats and still have plenty of space back here for your kids, for your adults that you carry with you. And they do have both really easy access to the latches there for child safety anchor. So overall, very nice space, but you do get a little bit more in the CX-50 for a little bit more money. Let's go up to the front now. All right, so let's look under the hood real quick. Now, this is where the comparisons really come into play. Mazda, going the safest route and the most reliable route, they stuck both the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine in the CX-5 and the CX-50 for the base engine, and you have the 6-speed automatic transmission in both of these configurations. Now, you may say, well, if they're the same configuration, why does that CX-5 have a little less fuel economy? Well, I think it really plays a big factor into aerodynamics. The CX-5 is a little bit taller, and then the CX-50 is a little bit lower, a little wider, so the aerodynamics are a little bit better there for that fuel economy, especially there on the highway, getting 1 miles per gallon better. Now, Super reliable engine there, 187 horsepower. It's going to get you up and down the road in either the CX-5 or the CX-50 that you choose. But if you want more power and more pep, there is a turbocharged engine option in both of these options that is super peppy. I have a CX-50 that is in the Turbo Premium Plus trim level, and that thing is peppy, super fast, very nice to drive, and not terrible on fuel economy. But in these trim levels in the Selects, the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, plenty enough power to get this vehicle up and down the road and get you great gas mileage. So overall, very good job by Mazda with these SkyActiv engines. All right, so now we're gonna take a deep dive into the interior of these CX-5 and CX-50s. Now, let's start with the key real quick. Both have the exact same key, Mazda design key, really nice in the hand, really good weight to it. On the side here, lock, unlock, and then you have your hazard lights. And again, some people may say, well, where's the remote start? The good news is, complimentary for the first 3 years, you do have what's called the My Mazda app, and you can remote start this vehicle, unlock, lock this vehicle from wherever, right on your smart device. So super nice. Now, coming over to the vehicle, I have the key in my pocket. I can press this button on the CX-5 and lock the door. Now, if I want to unlock it, I just press the button again and I get right in, and it does bring me into this really, really nice interior. And this is where the CX-5 shines a little bit over that CX-50, especially in this select trim level. Now, coming over, you do have, again, nice chrome finish here, black gloss finish here with the power locks, power windows, power mirror options all right there. A little bit of storage down at the bottom here. You can put your cup holder down there, speaker right there. And then coming over to the seat design. These seats are power and they are heated here in this select trim level. So nice leatherette finish, power seats here that are heated. You also do have a nice leather wrap steering wheel. Yes, on the base model, you do have a leather wrap steering wheel here on the CX-5. Thank you, Mazda, for thinking about that. Now, on the left side, you do have some off-roading controls here, and you have your lane departure off button. Down below, you have your gas cap release and your hood release there for the front of the vehicle. Let's jump on inside and turn the screens on. All right, so welcome inside the CX-5 here. One thing I did want to mention here, the CX-5 has this really nice piping here on the seats that I didn't notice here just before, but super nice piping, really nice finish here in the CX-5. So let's start over here with the screen. Standard 10.25 inch screen here. Yes, 10.25 inch screen here. Now, this screen is not a touch screen. So some people have talked about that with Mazda, and I will tell you why it's a good thing. So to control the screen, you actually come down here and there's this turn knob here and these buttons that you can control with the screen. So in order to get to entertainment, you just turn the knob and you just press down and it gets right there to the radio. Now, here's the good thing. The buttons on the sides here will help navigate you. So yes, let's say you were just in entertainment. Let's go back there. Turn knob, press down. Now, if I want to just get back to the home screen, I just got to press the home screen. Or if I want to get to my navigation, if I did put the navigation chip in this one, you could go to navigation. If you want to go to music, you could just click music, right? If you want to go back home, back a screen, you can go right there. It's not as bad as people may make it seem. I just pressed the home button, took me right back there. Now, you heard me say navigation. Yes, this vehicle can be equipped with navigation. At this very second, it doesn't have it. But Mazda gives you the ability to spend a few $100 and get the navigation chip and get it installed in this base model select trim level that's $31,000 and get navigation. Other manufacturers make you go all the way up to a special trim level or a special package to get navigation. Mazda gives you the ability to do it right here on this base trim level. Now, if you do want to make this a touchscreen, there is a way you can do it. If you plug into Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, while that is active and you are parked, or you enable it in the screen there to do it while you're not parked, you can use this as a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Pretty cool little nifty feature. Again, in my car, I usually use the turn knob. I'm just used to it at this point. Go drive the car, get used to it. You'll love the turn knob after you do it a few times in the Mazda. Now, coming on down, you have, well, first of all, 2 air vents and then your hazard lights right there. You have your on-off button right here for your to start the vehicle. And then down below that, you have your dual zone climate control. Yes, you heard that right. dual zone climate control that is automatic here in this base trim level. Again, heated seats here as well in this select trim level. Thank you, Mazda. Now, down here, you have some cargo, or a little bit of storage space down there, plus a 12-volt outlet right there. Coming on down a little further, you have your shifter here for the 6-speed automatic transmission. And you can see that you can push it over and do manual up and down. You do have a sport button here. While if you turn it on, you'll see down there in the left-hand screen where it says P down there for park, but you'll see that you can turn the sport on and off to give you a little extra horsepower there, a little extra power, a little pep in the transmission. You do have your electronic parking brake here and auto hold. And again, you have your buttons here for the infotainment screen. Again, you do also have a turn knob here where you can turn the radio and the volume up right there. Now, cup holders are located right there, right behind the turn knob. And then you have this nicely padded armrest here that you can open, and it opens up to the USB ports down there, 2 USB-A's. You also have the little SD card slot there for the navigation if you want to do that, and then a 12-volt outlet. Little storage piece comes out if you want to take it out, and then you have a full little area there that you can put different things down there, and then you can put your cargo or your little storage tray right there back on the top there as well. Nicely padded, really nice and comfortable here in the CX-5. Now let's come over to the steering wheel here. So let's talk about safety features real quick in the CX-5. Now, you have adaptive cruise control here, standard on the CX-5. The other item that you do have is you do have emergency braking here on this one. You also do have a lane departure warning on this vehicle as well. So Mazda gives you a ton of safety features here on this vehicle, and they do give you blind spot monitoring. You really can't see it here, but over in that corner when you are on a vehicle, you can see kind of a little different shade on the mirror there. But if a vehicle is in your blind spot, it will light up and allow you to know that there's someone in your blind spot. Very nice. Thank you, Mazda, for that. Now, on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, you have your volume up and down. You have your toggle back and forth for your radio, and your answer hang-up button for your phone, and then also your voice control button right there. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. Stalks on the back there for your automatic headlights here. That is automatic high beam as well. And, really, really nice feature to have right here on this vehicle. And then you also do have your windshield wiper up, down, all the adjustments there right for the windshield wipers. Now, coming to the screen, you have tachometer, speedometer here, and you have your fuel gauge over there. This right-hand side is a full screen that shows you, like I said, your fuel economy and also some other information that you have. And then down here, you have your P for park for your transmission gearing. So overall, super nice, comfortable vehicle here in the CX-5. Let's go to the CX-50. All right, so let's start with the outside of the CX-50. Again, same key, unlock, lock, hazards on the side. And then for this vehicle, if you want to lock the door, there's a little nook, or kind of like a little divot right there. You press it, and then the doors are now locked. Now, if you want to unlock the door, just come up, put your hand behind the door, and the door is now unlocked. So let's come over to the door panel here. So again, nicely padded, soft armrest. Thank you for thinking about the cheapest model here, Mazda. Great job. You have a regular door handle here, unlock button there, and then your power windows, power locks, power mirror options right there, and then a little bit more storage down here on the bottom than the CX-5, and then you have your speaker that's built in right here versus down there on the CX-5. Now, coming over to the seats. Again, this is where I said the CX-5 would shine versus the CX-50 here on this base trim. You have manual adjusting seats here in the CX-50. You still have that nice leatherette finish on the outside. Really nice aggressive cloth on the inside of the seat there. A good design, really nice posture here in the CX-50. Now, coming over, you do have the ability to turn all your safety controls off here. Your traction control system off button there, and then your release for the hood right there. Now, let's get inside the vehicle and let's turn these screens on. All right, so we're inside the CX-50 now. So again, really cool design in here. Really spacious on the inside of the 5 or the 50 versus that 5, a little bit more inches on that width. Now, let's start over here with the screen. Again, another 10.25 inch screen here on the CX-50. You will see it is a little bit further away from me than in the CX-50, where the CX-5, sorry guys, where the CX-5 had it more close to the front of the padding here. The CX-50 has a little bit further back. Now, you do have this nice little chrome strip that goes all the way across there, and then you have some air vents down here as well. Coming on down, you do have a nice air vent placed right here that blows right into your face, which is cool. And then you do have dual zone climate control here again, but no heated seats here in the CX-50 on this select trim level. Now, you can get heated seats, and the button would go right here and then right here on the other side, but on the CX-50 select trim level, you do not get it. You got to go up a trim level or two to get heated seats. Now, you have your auto or your stop start button right here for the engine. And then coming down a little bit further, you do have another storage area down here with a 12-volt outlet. You do have your cup holders here that they're placed here so that you can reach right up and grab your drink. The only catch here is if you have a tall cup, let's say you go to Buc-ee's where they have those huge drinks, they do stick out and they kind of intrude here on this plastic portion here. So bigger cups, they do fit a little awkward in there. And that I'm telling you from personal experience because I have a CX-50, but regular size cups, you're fine. Just be careful with the big cups in the CX-50. Now, coming down, again, 6-speed automatic transmission shifter here. You do have the manual mode, just like in the CX-5. Now, here in the CX-50, you do have MI drive, which gives you another mode, off-road mode here in that CX-50. And you'll see the gauge cluster changes a little bit as you go through normal, sport, and off-road. So pretty cool little design there. We'll get to the instrument cluster in a second and the differences there. Now, again, same concept here on the CX-50. You cannot touch that screen unless you have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on, but you do have this turn knob. Again, all the nice convenient buttons around here and the ability to add navigation to this base trim level CX-50. So great job, Mazda. You do have the ability to turn your volume up and down and then off button there as well. Again, electronic parking brake. Now, coming to the armrest here, little different design here. Again, nicely padded, you'll see that. But this one actually has a split design and it opens up in two different ways. So you can open up just the driver's side, reach in there, grab everything you need. There's a USB port down there. Sorry guys about the plastic, but I had to take it out real quick when I was showing the car. But you can, open this up, get in there on either side versus having to open the whole thing up the older way. Now, also down here below this, you do have a nice little storage area here where you can put your phone. On higher end trim levels, this becomes a wireless charging pad. But here, you can just rest your phone, and it's a nice little place to rest it there. Now, the other thing I want to show you, here on this dash, nicely padded actually. Mazda went into lengths to make this vehicle feel premium. Now, coming over here to the steering wheel. Again, leather wrap steering wheel here. Safety controls standard, or safety features standard here. Automatic adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and blind spot. Again, you'll see a little triangle in this one. And the CX-50 standard for $32,000. Great job, Mazda. You also do have your automatic headlights with your automatic high beams that you can turn off and on right there. You also have your automatic windshield wipers there, rain sensing wipers, standard here on the CX-50. Now, going to the instrument cluster, you have the little screen here in the middle. Well, I shouldn't say little, a bigger screen here in the middle, and then you have your tachometer left side, and then your hot, cold, and fuel gauge there on the right side. And this screen you can go through by just pressing this little info button, and it goes through different things. I usually keep mine on this, and then of course having it in normal mode. Now, on the left-hand side, you do have your fuel economy. Right-hand side, you have your fuel range, and then you have your odometer, and then your fuel out, or your temperature outside going on right there. So overall, really nice inside the CX-50. All right, guys, so windy day. It's blowing my hair all over the place. It's really going to stand up today. So anyways, windy day, but thanks for staying on with this CX-5 versus CX-50 review here. Now, the question is, which one do you think is better? I obviously made my decision when I told you before that I bought a CX-50, and I absolutely love my CX-50. Best car I've ever owned. Fantastic vehicle. But at the end of the day, we want you to be happy, and we want you into a new Mazda because these vehicles are absolutely awesome. CX-5, Absolutely luxurious, and for the money, you can't beat the features that you get in this vehicle. $31,000, you have full leatherette seating surfaces, heated seats, power seats, all the safety features standard, including blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, emergency braking, you name it. This vehicle has it on the CX-5 for $31,000. And let me give you a little secret. If you go to your local Mazda dealer, I'm telling you, they'll give you a great deal on the CX-5. And that's why it's been the top seller for Mazda and one of the top sellers in the United States for a long time. But the new CX-50 is a great vehicle as well. Aggressive. It gives you the styling of an aggressive off-road vehicle. It gives you the ability and the ground clearance to do a little bit of off-roading. And again, standard safety features, adaptive cruise control, automatic high beams. You have the rain sensing windshield wipers, you name it. It's got it standard on that vehicle for $32,000. Both are great options, but let me know down in the comment section which one you would like to buy. And at the end of the day, like I said, we want to earn your business here at Preston Mazda. We do ship nationwide. You can shoot me an email at tpaul@prestonmotor.com, and we'd love to earn your business on a new CX-50. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification to stay up on all the videos we're doing here at Mazda, and we'll see you in the next one.